They always come. So there's a relationship. How will you now say people should not intertrade? How will you say people should not move amongst themselves? How will you not say there should be, someone was saying sometimes in another platform that everybody should just go, Nigeria or not, illegal or illegal. Those are not the issues. What we should address, to me, I've been here and I hear some people saying some good things. The issue of criminality affects everybody. That is why some Nigerians too will kick back when you say powder, Nigeria this, Nigeria that. And that is why when people also eat back to say xenophobia, everyone ain't xenophobia. I've lived in South Africa. I have landlords that were not xenophobic. I have landlords that even when those that were xenophobic hated me because I'm Nigerian, they took me out. They saved me. Nobody is labeling everybody, but let us understand the Twitter space, the social media space, and people coming to spew all these things which communicate into hate. That is what we are trying to ask Chidima or the mother, which is even is Mozambique, from what we are still waiting on the investigation. But everybody has been sentimental about this. And how did this start? Because I've been following it. It started from the so-called accounts on social media which spewed those hates. Don't let us be sentimental about it. It started from a set of accounts on social media that spewed those hates. So it was something that came out of, why should she? Even someone said it here in this group, the guy that spoke before. She was saying, what are we going to tell our children? South Africa must be husband, South Africa, wife, those are the issues people are complaining about and saying, why are you still thinking like this? Because there were people who have also contested this Miss South Africa that are not biological, indigenous from South Africa. There was no uproar. There was no fight. There were no issues. But now it became a black South Africa. Now it has been founded that there's a fraud on identity. But before this came out, the major issue, if we're going to be sincere to ourselves, was that why must she be a Nigerian? Why? The question of her not even being born in South Africa was not, the question was, why Nigerian? And somebody just said it here, if we are honest to ourselves. And those are the things I believe Prince Kumalo has also brought this platform also for us, not for us to bash and insult each other. Yes, Nigerians commit crime in South Africa. Nobody is talking about that. Many Nigerians have been arrested because of the perpetrating crime and drug powder and all these things in South Africa. Nobody is saying that. But what we are now advocating for is that if that is the situation, and when we say this, you say we are telling you what to do in your country. How else do you want to do it? Is that not what Duduzane was telling you what to do in your country? How else do you want to do it? Is that not what Duduzane was trying to say? How do you solve the situation? Is it by sending everybody out of the country? It can't work. It can't. Even some days ago in the UK, they are saying foreigner must go. What? The country can't send every foreigner away. There have been intermarriages. People are still, as we are talking, some South African male or female are still marrying themselves. They are still going to give back. There's no way, because of the NDP agreement which you've signed, your 2030 agenda, the Vision African Union 2060 agenda. If Kwame knows and you say you are so enlightened about all these things, there's no way you are going to wake up one day and say a mass deportation of every non-South African to leave your country. It's not about this Jolofina or all these things we are talking about. What are the practical solutions to what we are talking about? Crime is rife in South Africa. Let the law enforcement begin to do their work.
CK, let's give others a chance to speak. We're going to come back to you. I feel like you still have a lot to say, and it's okay. We're going to come back to you.
Can you ask Gate Smart to mute?
And it's okay. We're going to come back to you. Sorry, someone switched on their mic while I was talking. I was still saying, we're gonna come back to you. I'm not chasing you away. I feel like you still have a lot to say, but I made a list of people who needs to speak, a row of people who need to speak after you. And after you, it was Kwame Shezi. And then after Kwame, it is NTS. And then it's going to be Udate Smart. Okay, so Kwame, it's your opportunity now. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Mtunga, for giving me the opportunity to address this grown man who's crying and gaslighting us. Now, this is what I need to remind him of. Nigeria's exports are going to India, Netherlands, Spain, and China. They are not coming to South Africa.
Please, let's respect each other, please. Talk in a good manner to people, please. Please.
It is a good manner. How am I supposed to speak?
It's not.
I go, Oga. Oga, stop it. You know, so that's what he needs to know, you know. And if he hasn't read up on his country, who his biggest trade partner is, now he knows. You know, and another thing is, you must understand, guys, that 419 scam and fake marriages are not trade partnerships, you know? That is just criminality, and we cannot tolerate it. It's a crime that was committed, you know? You guys, your biggest export is criminality, wherever you go in the world. Right now, you're complaining about white people overseas, you're complaining about us here, black in South Africa. Don't you guys realize that you are the problem and you need to sort yourselves out? Even your very own government does not want you back. When Germany was deporting tens of thousands of you back home, your minister went to Germany to say, oh no, please, just give us a moment to verify them. Don't bring them back because they might not be ours. Already, your country has actually, the Senate in your country on the 15th of May, they passed a bill into law to actually execute drug dealers. Drug dealing in your country is now going to be, going to attract a death penalty. Because what is happening in your country, there is a drug epidemic that has gone up. And at the same time, in Nigeria, you cannot get a cough mixture with codeine. It's illegal to bring a cough mixture with codeine because your people are using it to make drugs in Nigeria, you know. So it is important for you guys to do an introspection that you guys are dirty, that you guys are criminals. You come to our countries, we welcomed you in when we shouldn't have, because you guys were not running away from anything. You were not running away from anything. You were just expanding your criminal enterprise. There are no wars in Nigeria. Absolutely no wars. And why, when you guys come and say you asylum seekers, we only see men? Where are women? Because in any war-torn zone, you send women out first and children. You make them go into safety, not men. And I am going to tell you this. You guys must go and unite in your own country. You have your own tribalism as it is. You have been saying that your very own president, Tinubu, is from Gambia. He is not Nigerian, but you voted for him. What you should be doing is to take this energy, Ndota, grown man, take this energy, support the march in your country, tell your people not to accept rice, you know? Tell them that even if they starve, the struggle continues. And let me tell you, we don't owe Nigeria anything. You guys stole money from your own people, 10 million nairas, which is about 3,000 rands. And you said you were bringing it to Southern Africa, only to find out that you were chowing it. Even today, there are no public records for it. You guys, in your very own country, a Nigerian-born woman, just because she's light-skinned, you didn't want her in a beauty contest because she wasn't black enough for you. So stop trying to tell us how to behave in our own country. You've overstayed your welcome. You know, and right now I wanna ask panelists
to cut you now.
No, wait a minute. I wanna ask panelists here. All of us South Africans, we're actually very much aware of our critical skills list. And I can tell you right now, Nigerians are not doing any of those jobs in the critical skills list. I haven't met a Nigerian civil engineer. I haven't met a Nigerian electrician. I've never met a Nigerian plumber. I've never met a Nigerian teller, bank teller, or IT systems.
I'm cutting you. I need to give someone a chance. I'm gonna come back to you. So it's you and CK that I need to come back to. Right now, can I give a floor to NTS?
Hi, how are you guys? I'm just gonna and then I'm gonna come out of the panel. Ne? So I am very angry at CK1 and Duduski because they feel like I don't think they understand the way we feel about our country, because this thing is not happening to them. If you do not walk 1 mile in my shoe, you cannot really experience what I'm feeling. And another thing, not that we have to, like, I'm blaming them as foreigners to say, okay, fine, they came here. Our constitution, maybe our law, is the one that's making everything because our leaders behind closed doors, because I watch a lot of documentaries, like from Hitler to these people make deals behind closed doors. If we